Okay, today I'm on Marvel Rivals to talk about a problem that a large proportion of players have. I'm talking about ranked, but not just any ranked, specifically solo queue. Recently, a lot of people have hit me up like, pick and roll, oh my god, my teammates suck, I'm solo queuing, and I'm hard stuck at so-and-so rank, what can I do to fix this? And for those of you that are new, I'm no stranger to the solo queue grind. This season, I solo queued my way all the way up to around Celestial, like midway through Celestial, to which I then duo queued to one above all. And best believe, along the way, I definitely saw my fair share of, let's just say, dog shit teams. Oh my days. Some players definitely don't deserve the rank they're at, and those are the teammates that you get in your solo queue lobbies. But I do have some tips I want to share with you guys today that will definitely help you with your solo queue grind. And it's not just the standard tips like, ooh, get better, worry about positioning. These are tips that you can actually implement and you will see change your gameplay. So, if anything I say at all today helps you, you have to subscribe. And if you don't like the video while you're at it, I'ma find you. Okay, the very first tip I have is something I know barely any of you have heard before, and it is to pick a character with a lot of solo carry potential. What this means is you pick a character that can do a lot of work completely on their own. That means mobility, that means defending themselves, and that means doing a lot of damage. What this does is it makes you rely on your team a lot less. You want your tanks to peel for you less, and you want your strategists to have to look at you less, and you also want your duelists to protect you less. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pick and roll, why would I want my team to not help me? That doesn't make any sense. We're in solo queue. You have to assume that your team is absolutely terrible at all times, which you probably already do. You're not slick. I already know you do that. When you pick a character with a lot of solo carry potential, you automatically rely on your team a lot less because you don't need them as often as you would if you picked a character that can't do a lot of things on their own. Now I'm going to go into a few examples. Let's do one for each role, starting with Vanguards. Doctor Strange, tons of solo carry potential. He has a shield he can throw up right in front of himself, he can fly, his teleport literally wins matches, and he has a ton of burst damage due to his dark magic thing he has going on. Look at Doctor Strange versus someone like Groot. Almost no solo carry potential. He has his walls for protection and that's about it. And those even take a while to throw up. His little seed bomb does okay damage, but Groot overall is very, very slow. This means you're going to be taking a lot more damage than you would as someone like Doctor Strange, which means your healers are going to be constantly looking at you to keep you up because that's the only way you're going to live. And that just makes it stressful for them, and your team's ultimately going to do less because you're on Groot. If you're going to do this, lots of good options here. I went with Magic because she has 2 dashes, she can do a lot of damage on her own. She has her projectile for a little bit of range, but the best part about Magic is she actually gets bonus health when she does damage. This means I don't need as much healing as everyone else because I can get my own health. Look at Magic versus someone like Moon Knight. Moon Knight requires really good positioning, and if you don't have that, you're going to be getting victimized the whole time. People are going to be diving you because you can almost do nothing to protect yourself close range. This means you're going to have other people protecting you a lot. Your Vanguards are going to have to play in front of you, and your healers are going to have to constantly worry about you getting jumped, and they have to heal you to keep you up. Less of a good option, but you can still play them. Now if we look at strategists, Adam Warlock, not really any solo carry potential. Like, you're going to be getting jumped the whole match, and I mean jumped, like violently. Adam Warlock has no mobility at all. If you see an Adam Warlock, that's where he's going to be in the next 5 seconds. Like, you can get this dude out of here at any time. It's really sad. Maybe don't pick Adam Warlock. If you want a character with good solo carry potential on strategist, look at Loki. This dude's a menace, especially this season. His rune is just invincibility. His clones, he can just swap between at any time. And on top of all of that, he can just go invisible if he really feels like it. This dude is going to take a lot of attention to kill, so that means you can do a lot more on your own. Not to mention, if you line his 3 clones up, he has really good damage. Moving on to the second tip. Learn to play one character on each role. You cannot just play one role all the way up to whatever rank you want, because you're gonna need to swap roles at some point. And if you can't play a character on every role, you might end up cooked, let me tell you. I've seen this so much on my way to one above all. You'll have a team comp, somebody will start doing bad, you'll be like, hey man, can you play any other role? And they will literally tell you with a straight face, no. Dude, you were in Grandmaster. What do you mean no, you can't play another role? That is insane to me. especially this season where comps are the most diverse they've ever been. 2-2-2 is the standard comp, 2 vanguards, 2 duelists, 2 strategists, but this season we've seen 3 strategists, 1 DPS, 2 tanks, we've seen 3 tanks, 1 duelist, 2 strategists, we've seen the 3 duelists, 1 vanguard, 2 strategists. I mean, there are just so many ways to go. You need to be able to fill in whatever role your team needs. That means if you know you are a 1 role trick type of guy, you need to start playing some quick match and learning new characters. There's not one specific role you should be playing. There might be a role that you're the best at and, may win you more games than others, but sometimes being mid at another role gives your team a better chance at winning than you forcing the role that you're the best at. That's why it's better to learn to play at least 1 character on every single role. And if you get the chance to play the role that you're the best at, of course, play it, why not? But don't force it in a game where you're clearly losing because of it. Pick up a brand new strategist you've never tried before. Try a brand new vanguard because I know you insta-lock duelist, alright? You're not slick, okay? I know what you are. I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at you in the eyes. Stop insta-locking, okay? Start filling, and you will start doing better. And the third and most important tip, drop the victim mentality. Everybody who solo queues at low elo has the same exact mindset. They all think that their teammates are the problem and they are the fastest ones to blame each other. You need to stop blaming your teammates purely off of stats. And you need to stop saying that you're carrying just off of stats. Because you could have 30 elims. If you only have 7 final blows, your elims don't mean anything. You were just leeching kill credit. You didn't really get any picks as a duelist. If you were playing Vanguard, if you have 80,000 damage blocked and only like 12,000 damage, you weren't protecting anything. You were just taking a lot of damage. You need to start thinking about the game outside of the stat sheet. That means in each individual team fight, you need to think about what you need to do to win, okay? And that doesn't mean, oh, I need to get this kill to win. Like, duh, obviously, but you need to think. High priority targets. Get on their supports at all times. Whether you're a vanguard, whether you're a duelist, and if you're a strategist, it's a little bit different because you're not going for kills. You need to worry about who's important to keep up, okay? All your teammates are not equal. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that. If your other strategist friend is getting jumped, alright, you need to start healing them immediately because if they go down, you're going to start stressing, okay? You're going to be the one that's struggling. You're going to be screaming as you get solo ulted, and it's going to be bad. The stat sheet also doesn't show your ult management. Who uses what ult when, what ult saved you a team fight, what ults lost you a team fight. Let's say you're playing Star-Lord and you have 45 elims and barely any final blows, and you popped your ult like 6 times, and each time you popped it, it was countered by a support ult. Your ult could have won you multiple team fights that would have led to you winning the game. It's not going to be easy at first, okay? But you need to drop the victim mentality and start realizing you can do better, no matter what. I don't care if you just got SVP. You probably could have been playing better. Positioning might have been off. You might have gotten first picked in literal match point overtime. That means you sold, but it doesn't matter what the stat sheet looked like. You sold the very last team fight. That's why your team lost. Like that's all there is to it. It's as simple as that. So even if you carry one game, you got to carry the next and the next and the next, because if you're not doing the most you possibly can do, sorry, I had to sneeze. I'm not going to cut that out. If you're not doing the most you can possibly do, you're probably not going to win the game. Now, I'm confident everybody found at least one thing to help them, so I'm going to end the video here. Sorry it's a little bit short, but I had been getting a ton of messages about solo queue, and I figured I just wanted to come on here and just throw out a few tips to help you guys out. If you guys liked the content, or you really did find this video helpful, subscribe, then like the video. Appreciate it. And, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I want to announce what my next video is going to be because it is crazy. I'm going to be starting a series where I actually solo queue from bronze to eternity, and you guys are going to see me go through every single rank solo queuing. So if you really do want to see that, again, subscribe, and I will see you guys in that specific video, actually. Peace out.